This is energy environmental problems facing the world and their probable solutions for sustainable development. I have given a phone number as well as mail ID in the last line. Note down that you can contact me anytime, 24 hours. As I told you, I like Tamil Nadu very much. I like Tamilians. So whatever help you want from me, I'm willing to give you. Next slide, please.
The slides are shared, sir.
You show me the next slide. Somebody has asked me a question, electric cars break down more. No, it depends on who designed it, how much robust you have made it. The chances are same. This is again a probability theory. You have to study the past 10 years data if you have. And there is a failure rate, there is a repair rate, lambda and mu. Power system reliability is a very important topic. So best book is Billington. I also given one full chapter in system engineering book, third edition, Tata McGrath. Read their book. Generation reliability, transmission reliability, distribution reliability. Similarly, electric vehicles reliability, you can study. See how many years you have purchased, how many times it has failed, how many times you have gone to the garage to repair it. So that will show you the chances are less of failure because they're robust and there are not many moving parts. There is a motor. Yes. So third world can be divided into three parts: fast developing, developing, underdeveloped. India is already a developed country in 5 respects. Number 1, we are the second largest scientific and technological manpower in the world. I've been to 39 countries. Everywhere I found the Tamilians. They used to invite me on Pongal, on so many things. Give me turmeric rice, give me mango rice, and so on. So Indians are everywhere. They're earning very well. See, if you withdraw Indian and Chinese from USA, their education system will fail. And we are already a space power. We have gone to Mars in the very first iteration. You have seen that Mangalyaan movie by Akshay Kumar. I don't know whether you see Hindi movies or not, or there may be a Tamil translation. You can see that. Then Chandrayaan, when I was in IIT Vellore, ourselves and ISRO together we are preparing for second Chandrayaan. Then we are already nuclear power. Nobody can fight with us because we have nuclear power. Fourth, we are the educational hub. I told you 33 NITs, 22 IITs, 4 BITS Pilani, 4 VIT Vellore, and so on. So in VIT Vellore, 500 Chinese students come. So I request Annapurna College to get 100 Chinese students so that they will get dollars and they can improve your college in it too. I can help you in getting Chinese students. When Murthy Garu is there in Beijing, I'll give you his number, his mail ID. You can write to him. Professor Kothari has asked us to request you to send Chinese students to Annapurna Engineering College. So you will get Chinese students, teach them, and you will get dollars. But energy and environment, we are not yet developed. We are only developing. Why? Reason is given in the next slide. Next slide, please. Can you show next slide? What happened? Yes. These are the reasons why we are not yet developed in energy. Reason number 1, population. So my request to all of you is have only one child. Hum do hamara ek. We have one. In Tamil you can translate. The population is now 1.4 billion already 2021. And we are adding 1 Australia, 4 New Zealand every year, which is very bad. We are going to 2.5 million by 2025. Only 4 years are left, in spite of family planning. So, lower the population, better it is. So, let us try that. We can't make a rule law because we are a democracy. China is now permitting third child because they have become an old age country. We also have so many old people, but that doesn't mean we should go on having more and more children. Load growth. Load is also growing exponentially. Time we get up in the morning, we prepare breakfast, we have the sandwich maker, we have the toaster, we have the chutney maker for dosa or idli. So we need energy everywhere. Then coffee maker, tea maker, we need energy. Then we come to the office, we need some scooter, some bike, some electric car or some car. So again energy. Then we come to the office, again we need AC on, cooler on, or fan on. Then we come back to the house, some snacks, vada, idli, coffee. Then in the evening dinner, then we see some TV, Jaya TV, Sun TV, whatever TV you see. Then you see English news, Tamil news, Telugu news, whatever is your language. So that needs energy. So how do you get so much? Transportation is going to be big way electric. Chennai has a metro train. Your Coimbatore has a metro train, right? 18 metro trains are there. Nagpur is having, but we are using solar energy. Kochi is having, then Trivandrum is having, and Secunderabad, Hyderabad are having. So Lucknow is having, Jaipur is having, Delhi. Oldest was Kolkata, 1975. So we need more energy for transportation. Bullet train will come, Chennai to Coimbatore. So Salem will be one stop on that. So you can go fast. Chennai you can reach in 2 hours if there is a bullet train. And the next slide, please. Stable government. Luckily now you got a stable government. Center has a stable government. Then you can think of planning, think of energy, think of environment. Priorities you can decide. Resources. We need money for energy. You need 7 crore for 1 megawatt generation. You need 7 crore to transmit that 1 megawatt. Where is the money? So we go for FDI, foreign direct investment. FDI stopped in India with Enron. Enron came to Maharashtra. But Indians don't want to pay money. They want everything free of charge. Subsidy, which is not possible. So you have to get money from our NRI. NRIs are there all over the world. Tamilians are throughout the world. I have seen Malaysia, half Tamilian, Singapore, half Tamilian. Ask them to give money to the Salem, to Coimbatore and start some power plant, either thermal, hydro, or nuclear. Nuclear, there is a Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu. Then there is a fast breeder reactor. Solar energy is going. Wind energy, number 1, Tamil Nadu. Number 2, Gujarat. So you can have offshore, onshore wind energy. Then you have MHD in Tiruchirappalli. MHD is magneto-hydrodynamic generation. Read chapter 1 of my any power book. You will get all the data. The reality is we don't have power in all cities and all villages in India. There's a power cut. There's a power crunch. 1 minute. Sorry. Load shedding. Kindly do the what you call a BTech project, MTech project on load shedding. Load should be shed if you are not able to supply. Voltage fluctuation. I'm sure you all know voltage should be fluctuating between plus minus 5%, not more than that. Since in India it is fluctuating plus minus infinity, so we study voltage stability more than angle stability. I've given a full chapter on voltage stability in my both the books. Angle stability is important. Transient stability, steady state stability, and dynamic stability. Transient stability you can study by equal area criterion, swing curve. Voltage stability, PQ curve, PV curve. All these things are given in my both the power books. Tripping have become a part of day-to-day life. You can read my NPTEL lecture, which is broadcasted by IIT Madras. Have you seen my NPTEL lecture? You can write YouTube, my name, you'll get it. There are 43 lectures. You can, yes, next slide. Yes, per capita energy consumption. This is a very important figure to see how much progress country has done. We are only 1200, whereas the China is 4000. We should be ahead of China. China is leading to us in everything. We should lead to China. For example, our Diwali time, the crackers should be used from Shivkasi. Shivkasi is in Tamil Nadu. But people are using crackers made in China, very bad. We should be Indian, buy Indian. We should use Indian crackers rather than Chinese crackers. Similarly, cell phone. Let us use Indian cell phone, not a Chinese cell phone. Of course, you should try to make it cheaper and cheaper. So these are the various per capita energy consumption given. We are lower than China. We are more than Pakistan and Bangladesh, but we should be more than China also. Australia is 11,000. UK is 2,249 trillion watt hour. USA is 12,632 kilowatt hour. Pakistan is lower than us, 640. I have been to Pakistan, Lahore. I gave a lecture there. I have been to Bangladesh 3 times. Very good country. Then I have been to Sri Lanka. So many Tamilians are there. Sri Lanka is a wonderful country. Then I have been to Malaysia. Again, Tamilians are there. Singapore. Please go to Australia. There are 4 good universities. University of Melbourne, University of Sydney, University of South Africa, South Australia, University of Western Australia. Then Brisbane. Brisbane is a very good city. 2 good universities are there. My student is there, Professor Taha. I can write to him if you want admission there. Yes, the next slide, please. Electric energy is essential ingredient for the industrial all-round development. It is coveted form of energy, generated conveniently, transmitted economically, adapted easily and efficiency to domestic and industrial applications. Electricity has been one of the major secondary sources of energy, forming a major part of the final energy used by consumers the world over. Let me tell you the story of electric engineering. Electric engineering started as old as Indian National Congress Party. 1885, there was a boy called Thomas Edison. He was not good in studies. His teachers used to tell his parents in parent meeting, please take him away. He's no good. That no good boy gave bulb to the world, Edison bulb. And he made an Edison system, worked till 1920. 1920 came transformer. Transformer, all of you know, there's a power transformer, there is a distribution transformer, there is an instrumentation transformer, there is an isolation transformer, and so on. Isolation means 1:1. It isolates the 2 circuits. Distribution transformer is used to distribute the electric. And there is a step-up transformer, there is a step-down transformer, depending on sending end or receiving end. And there is a book by BHEL, Transformer. Read that book. In my book, 3rd chapter is Transformer. Read that book very carefully. PT, CT, these are the instrumentation transformer. You can read that also. Then that 1920 came transformer, so to be shifted to AC. And AC continued till 15th August 1947, when we got freedom. And at that time, the total India had 1360 megawatt installed capacity. I still remember, I used to study under kerosene lamp. There was no electricity. And slowly, the first Prime Minister of India, late Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he started developing India in 3 directions: education, power, and industry. Education, he started IIT system. First IIT came in Kharagpur, 1950. It was indigenous IIT, no collaboration. And B.C. Roy was Chief Minister of West Bengal. He developed it. Second IIT came in Madras, 1958, West German help.